I think it would be rather an admission of defeat if we said that we were incapable of working together on the issues that divide us. Whether we'll get to that point, I don't know. I have to say, God forbid, and mean it.
And the phrase I would use is we need to be far enough away that we can bless each other as cousins instead of oppress each other as brothers. And we became persuaded that the Episcopal Church had virtually irrevocably committed itself to a course that we could not follow, that of denying the authority of Scripture, that of denying the unique divinity of Jesus Christ, and adopting a position that if they didn't like portions of scriptural mandates, they could just ignore them or rewrite them. The specific incident that brought this to a head was the consecration in 2003 of Gene Robinson, who's an openly homosexual bishop living in a homosexual lifestyle with a partner. He's divorced and so on and so on. And our concern was not the homosexuality issue per se, but the fact that it illustrated that they had no biblical moorings to base their decision on.
The story of what you've seen and experienced in New Orleans and Mississippi. Now, a couple of announcements. Francisco. We reconfirm that Resolution B033 of General Convention 2006, titled The Election of Bishops, calls upon bishops with jurisdiction and standing committees, quote, to exercise restraint by not consenting to the consecration of any candidate to the episcopate whose manner of life presents a challenge to the wider church and will lead to further strains on communion, end quote. Second, we pledge as a body not to authorize public rites for the blessing of same-sex unions. Third, we commend our presiding bishop's plan for episcopal visitors. Fourth, we deplore incursions into our jurisdictions by uninvited bishops and call for them to end.
About all voices being heard, I don't know what decision we made on that.
We, the members of the House of Bishops, pledge not to authorize for use in our dioceses any public rites of blessing of same-sex unions until a broader consensus emerges in the communion or until General Convention takes further action. In the near future, we hope to be able to draw upon the benefits of the communion-wide listening process. In the meantime, it's important to note that no rite of blessing for persons living in same-sex unions has been adopted or approved by our General Convention. In addition to not having authorized liturgies, the majority of bishops do not make allowance for the blessing of same-sex unions. Resolution as amended in the one place on line 169.